I don't believe Olga's from New York. She kind of sounds Southern like I do to a certain degree. Hey, I learned something over the past 2 years, and the year and a half I've been really working the business part of this. It's what Jack went over yesterday. So, ready? Put your hands together, clasp your hands, and then do it the other way. Ready? Do it. Are you doing it? Wow, that taught me so much because when I reversed it, it was truly uncomfortable. I got to tell you something. Every single person in here could have MD and PhD behind your name and ABC and XYZ PDQ. I am no longer intimidated. Because you know what I've learned over the past year and a half? I know more about GHK copper peptide than the average doctor in America. Woo! One of my brand partners in here, I don't know how, well, it was a year ago in wintertime, and she said, Terry, get on a 3-way Zoom call with me with an MD. I'm like, okay. By that time, my confidence had already, felt very comfortable with it. And she said she runs a wound healing clinic. And I thought, okay, this would be interesting. And I didn't want to make any assumptions, right? Because you don't know what people know or they don't know. But I also wanted to make sure I came across as respectful in case she said she didn't know anything about it. So my first question to her was, Dr. So-and-so, have you ever heard of the GHK copper peptide? And she said, no, Terry, I've never even heard of it. All right, now I don't scream as loud as Steve. I'm not as good of a coach as Steve and Gina, but I tell you what, that, folks, should give you confidence. No, clap it louder. Okay? Because I know now by trying to grow a team or growing a team, it's your confidence that holds you back. You're scared and you got to get out of your way. Now, I want to give you some practical advice. They've already said all the key things on my cards, but now let's put some flesh on it. One of the people I enrolled, he's a doctor, and his wife and I were talking. She and I laugh about this. In the very beginning, she kept asking me questions. I said, have you been to This Is It team? And she, oh, no, Terry, I haven't been to This Is It team yet, because I know whether or not somebody has spent time on This Is It team. So when Steve holds that slide up, you have to have more than just the knowledge that that system is out there. Every single one of you need to click, 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 look at everything, watch every single video, because I'm surprised how many people will tell me they want to take it to the top. And then they'll ask me a question. I'll say, have you been to this team and done what I told you to do? So I call it tough love. So this wife of the doctor, she probably asked me 6 questions. I wouldn't give her the answer. I wouldn't give her the answer. And she'd say, gosh, Terry, you're being kind of hard. And I'd laugh. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Because I want you to be successful. And if you're not willing to go click, click, click and act like a teenager and find out what the heck is on This Is It team, you're not going to be successful, right? Now, I know that's some of you in this audience. I know it is. It could well be a third of the people in here. You came here, you spent all this money, and you loved it. And you're sitting there right now like, wow, I've never really done that. Everybody knew This Is It team is out there, right? You all knew it. But if you've never clicked on that little hamburger thing, those 3 little lines on the computer, and discovered that downloads is under there, like, come on, right? So get your homework done. All right, next thing. YouTube channel. I don't know who puts that together, but you've got the best YouTube channel, so well organized, okay? And I think this person's probably watching from abroad, but I'm helping her, and she's telling me, Terry, I'm growing, and then she asked a few questions, and I said, are you going on to This Is It team YouTube channel so you can pick up those little short clips? Remember shorts? She's like, shorts? Like, shorts? I'm like, no. The short video. She didn't know what I was talking about. Well, that means I now know she knew about This Is It Team YouTube channel, but she's not leveraging it. It's the best YouTube channel. So why would you be interested in taking a business to the top, kind of like a doctor, right? We have the potential in LifeWave obviously exceeds a doctor's income, right? But that doctor, in order to become a doctor, has to spend all those hours in residency and sleepless nights and all that. And you won't even go study a YouTube channel? Come on, right? I didn't hear you. Come on. Now, the thing is you want to teach your team. Maybe you knew about it, but you want to be able to communicate this to your team. Am I over? Oh, good. I got 4 more minutes. So that's why I wanted to put flesh on these points, because it's how you apply it. So, all right, so if you're taking any notes, here are some verbs. As Steve said, Terry, talk about owning your business. Those things right there, that's owning your business. It's got to be more than I can literally see the thisisit.info.com website in my sleep. I know where everything is. Thank you, Renita Brandon. Renita taught me this, right? And but I can see it. So if I'm driving down the road and I have the person on the phone, hey, can you scroll down? Do you see that? Do you see that? Here's another example of why you need to know what's on there. My husband enrolled a childhood friend who's a go-getter. He's a good business guy. And when we were presenting to them one evening on a Zoom call, I did not know it, but the guy's girlfriend, who was there as well, she's working on her PhD. And so I didn't know it, but I just happened to say, as I was going through the website with them, it's like, for those of you who might want more in-depth information, we've got 15 pages of PubMed reports on GHK Copper. And that girlfriend said, oh, do you really? I love reading PubMed reports, and that's really going to fortify me, Terry, if everything you're saying is true. But if you don't know, we have 15 pages, 10 per, so 150. So my point is, just know it. All right, number one, value this enormous opportunity David has given us. That man has taken all the risk, and we've taken zero. I don't care what that new advanced thing or a premium thing cost. That's zero risk. Okay. Be ready. You never know who the good Lord's going to drop in your lap. Next person to speak to, you got to be ready. That's what happened to me. It's a really fun story to tell, but I don't have time to tell it. But I was ready, and it was fun. Next one, learn and use the tools for success, which we've already gone over. And then understand it's a people business. If you don't like people, you ain't going to make it. Okay, but if you like people, and if you're willing to help people grow and help your team not give up on people, I have seen so much personal growth, not only in myself, but in team players. I mean, people who maybe some of my brand partners just got so frustrated. I'm like, don't you give up on that person. Don't you give up on that person. But knowing it's a confidence thing. If everybody had the confidence of Steve, everybody in here, what are you lacking? It's the confidence. It's like the cat's out of the bag, folks. The cat is out of the bag. All right. And then, and apply that tough love, which that's what I call it regarding the system. It's like, here she was, a doctor's wife, and I'm telling her, I'm not going to answer that. You got to go find it, because that's how you're going to teach your team. All right, you want them, because if you're going to be successful in business, nobody's going to spoon feed you. You got to own it, right? And for me, I've always been self-employed. And that to me has been the biggest shock, is that people will say they want to take it to the top. They say they want this or that, but then they're not willing to put any or very little effort, or they want to complain. Because I got you figured out. If you want to complain about customer service, it's like, you know how long I was on customer service? Let me tell you how long. I cleaned my bathroom. I loaded the dishwasher. Okay. And I probably named 7 other things. And it was just like, wow, you know what? I wouldn't have had those things done if I hadn't been stuck on customer service. Right, Kenny? So, all right, my time is up. I hope that helps you, and take it to the top and grow. Be willing to stretch and grow and own your. Thank you.